Welcome back with another video on my channel. This is Zahin Nazir and we are doing Advent of Cyber 2024 on TryHackMe. So today we're gonna go with the task 17, day 11. I know that we are very far behind, but before 31st of December, we're gonna complete all of these rooms here. So in task 17, Wi-Fi attacks, day 11, if you would like to WPA is old standard. Now WPA 3.0 is the latest one, and you should use WPA 3.0 with the strong password. Press the store key. Okay. So we already have a walkthrough here by Unix guy. He's one of the guy I used to watch the videos to get the guidance on the cybersecurity before I completed my master's in cybersecurity. Okay, so it is day 11. The much awaited shock mass of Ware Valley town is just days away. Glitch, the unsung hero, is closing all the doors to mere malware's malicious intentions one by one. However, there is still much more to do. Maxkitty took a thoughtful breath. Mayor can still find his way in. Glitch smiles confidently. I think I know the lost technique he relies on to get into the networks. Maxkitty stands up from her chair with a surge of excitement. Let me guess, it's notorious way to get into a network. A Wi-Fi attack. Glitch nods decisively. Exactly. Let's be one step ahead of the mayor. Learning objectives. We have understand what Wi-Fi is, explore its importance for an organization, learn the different Wi-Fi attacks, learn about the WPA and WPA2 cracking attack. There is another one, I think WPA 3 attack available as well. I think Dragon Blood or something like that. But it is not that prevalent, and it have some kind of prerequisite in order to do the attack itself. So WPA 1 and WPA 2 can be cracked, and if you're still using it, please move on to WPA 3, okay, in your Wi-Fi setup. Connecting to the machine. Before moving forward, review the questions in the connection card shown below. So we need attack box. I already started it. This is my attack box from the previous section. So let me close the terminal here. Exit. Okay, let me close this one as well, and we are good to go. All right, I already started the VM as well, and they will give us the the credentials for VM as well here. You can access the VM from the attack box via SSH. Following command could work. Okay, let's do that. Password is capital P ASSWORD 321. Let's do that. Yes. PASSWORD 321. Okay, I'm logged in. Let me make it a little bit bigger. And here we go. We are logged in. What is Wi-Fi? The importance of the internet is in our lives is universally acknowledged without the need for any justification. Wi-Fi is the technology that connects our devices to the global network, the internet. This seamless connection to the internet appears to be wireless from our devices, which is true to some extent. Our devices are connected wirelessly to the router, which acts as a bridge between us and the internet. And the router is connected to the internet via a wired connection. To connect to the Wi-Fi, we turn it on from our devices, and it lists all the available Wi-Fi networks around us. This list comprises the access points, often the routers that are broadcasting Wi-Fi signals with a unique SSID. All right, network name itself. So some of them can broadcast and some of them are available, but they are not broadcasting their SSID. So in order to secure your Wi-Fi, you can remove the broadcasting and just make it available for SSID. Whoever knows your unique SSID will be able to connect with your Wi-Fi. So this is another way to hide your Wi-Fi. Okay. You can connect to any of these if you know the correct password, also known as pre-shared key, PSK. This is old one. Once you successfully connect to the network via Wi-Fi, you will be assigned an IP address inside that network, which will uniquely identify you and help you communicate with other devices. It is just like becoming a member of a family assigned with the name that the whole family trusts. Okay, the image below shows an example of what connecting to an OK443 SSID requiring a PSK password looks like a typical Windows machine. That is correct. With all this discussion on Wi-Fi, it seems like a door to our internet access. Every Wi-Fi connection forms a family of devices. Would you allow somebody you don't really know to become part of your family? No, we will not. Not that easy. Probably because of the privileges a family member has, nobody from outside should ever get those. Okay, Wi-Fi's pivotal role in the organizations. Most organizations rely on the internet for their business functionality or functioning, for business to function. Using a wired connection for all employees to connect to the internet raises concerns about cost, efficiency, and flexibility at work. Yeah. So some of the jobs, for example, connecting to the data center will always require a wired connection. So nobody can connect through the Wi-Fi. This is a security measure most of the organization should have or usually have. Other than that, most of the employees who just need the internet and corporate resources can connect to the Wi-Fi. And this Wi-Fi is not just WPA, it is protected by, I think, WPA Enterprise version. So, and it is connecting to an Active Directory kind of the thing. So it is very well secure. So this is not a discussion of our current room. We are just looking for the Wi-Fi with WPA and WPA2 version, which is consumer-based protocols. Okay, for their networks to connect their employees to the internet, as the employees connect to the organization's network, they form a family of interconnected devices. The devices inside the network can communicate with each other and request or respond to any request. Organizations tend to recruit trustworthy and professional employees to avoid any mistake or misuse of their privileges inside the network. That is true. However, a malicious actor from outside the organization could still see the broadcasted Wi-Fi SSID using a powerful signal. They can, just sit around the organization to see if the Wi-Fi is available. Even though Wi-Fi boundary is within the building, they can still use a powerful antenna to capture the Wi-Fi signals, okay, outside of the organization network when they turn their Wi-Fi on. This may not seem to be a problem as the attacker does not know the password, but the attacker actually has some other plans as well. That is true. Attacks on the Wi-Fi. So we have evil twin attack, rogue access point, WPS attack, WPA and WPA2 cracking. So this is, I think, we will be doing in this room. I'm not sure. Let's see. Attacks on the Wi-Fi. There are several techniques attackers use to exploit Wi-Fi technology. The techniques discussed here are solely for the educational purpose. Only unauthorized attempts to access or compromise networks are illegal and may lead to several legal consequences. With that in mind, here are some of the most popular techniques. Evil twin attack. In this attack, the attacker creates a fake access point that has a similar name to one of your trusted Wi-Fi access point, and of course it cannot be the exact same. If the trusted Wi-Fi name is home_internet, the attacker creates a fake Wi-Fi access point named home_internet with one more N or something similar that is difficult to differentiate, or they can use the same internet Wi-Fi as well with the same SSID and whatnot, and use basically a stronger signal so that the device will always connect to your network or router instead of connecting to the original one. Okay, the attack starts with the attacker sending the authentication packets to all the user connected to their legitimate Wi-Fi access point. The user would face a repeated disconnection from the network after this. With frustration, the users are likely to open the Wi-Fi access point list for troubleshooting and will find the attacker's Wi-Fi with almost similar name and with greater signal strength. Okay, they would go to connect it, and once connected, the attacker would see all their traffic or to or from the internet. That is very true. Rogue access point. This attacker objective is similar to that of Evil Twin attack. In this attack, the attacker sets up an open Wi-Fi access point near or inside the organization's physical premises to make it available to users with good signal strength. The users inside the organization may accidentally join this network if their devices are set to connect automatically to open Wi-Fi. The attacker can intercept all their communication after the users connect to this rogue access point. WPS attack. Wi-Fi protected setup, which this is old one, was created to allow users to connect to their Wi-Fi using an 8-digit PIN without remembering complex passwords. However, this 8-digit PIN is vulnerable in some networks due to its insecure configuration. The attack is made by initiating a WPS handshake with the router and capturing the router's response, which contains some data related to PIN and is vulnerable to brute force attack. Some of the captured data is brute force, and the PIN is successfully extracted along with the pre-shared key PSK. Okay. Now we have WPA2 cracking. Wi-Fi protected access. WPA was created to secure wireless communication. It uses a strong encryption algorithm. However, the security of this protocol is heavily influenced by the length and complexity of the pre-shared key PSK. While cracking WPA, attackers start by sending deauthentication packet or deauth packets to a legitimate users of the Wi-Fi network. Once the user disconnects and they try to reconnect to the network, a four-way handshake with the router takes place. During this time, meanwhile, the attacker turns its adapter into monitor mode and captures the handshake. After the handshake is captured, the attacker can crack the password by using the brute force or dictionary attack on the captured handshake file. So most of the Wi-Fi that you have in your laptop or with your desktop computers cannot do cannot go to the monitor mode. They are specialized version of the Wi-Fi adapters which you need to have in order to go to the monitor mode. Okay, like Alpha or some of the other brands. MaxKitty looks to Glitch and asks, what kind of attack are you thinking of demonstrating? Glitch paces back and forth before coming to a sudden stop and says, today I will be showing you how the WPA and WPA2 cracking attacks works. Okay, awesome. WPA2 cracking, as mentioned above, WPA and WPA2 cracking begins by listening to Wi-Fi traffic to capture the four-way handshake between a device and the access point. Since waiting for a device to connect or reconnect can take some time, the authentication packets are sent to disconnect a client, forcing it to reconnect and initiate a new handshake, which is captured. After the handshake is captured, the attacker can crack. Why my machine will take, yeah, it is 1 hour and plus, right? Or is it my attack box? I don't know, maybe it is my attack box. All right, let's move on. Okay, which is captured after the handshake is captured. The attacker can crack the password PSK by using brute force or dictionary attacks on the captured handshake file. So we have here, so this is the access point, and this is the device already connected to the access point. So what we do is we send the, we put our Wi-Fi adapter to monitor mode and send the authentication package or packets here. And once it is de-authenticated, it tried to do another handshake, 4-way handshake. We just capture the 4-way handshake and try to crack it offline with the dictionary attack. Okay, the 4-way handshake, the WPA password cracking process involves capturing a Wi-Fi network's handshake to attempt a PSK password decryption. First, an attacker places their Wi-Fi adapter into monitor mode to scan for the networks. Then targets a specific network to capture the 4-way handshake. Once the handshake is captured, the attacker runs a brute force or dictionary attack using a tool like AirCrackNG to attempt to match a word list against the passphrase. The WPA 4-way handshake is a process that helps a client device like your phone or laptop and a Wi-Fi router confirm they both have the right password or pre-shared key PSK. Before securely connecting, here's a simplified rundown of what happens. Okay, you could say that, okay, what if I have implemented PSK and also MAC address base ACL. So what will happen in that case? So once you crack the 4-way handshake and try to connect to the Wi-Fi, you will with the PSK you will not be able to, and then you can do another monitoring and try to capture the packet and try to decrypt the packet with the PSK and try to see which MAC addresses are already allowed, and by changing or masking the allowed MAC addresses, you can basically go to the Wi-Fi's by masking your MAC address. You can go to the Wi-Fi setup and try to add your MAC address as well. So by doing this, you will enable your particular Wi-Fi to communicate with the PSK that you have cracked. So there are many ways and many vectors you can think of. But in here, I think they will just go and try to demonstrate what we can do right now, and in a very simple way. Okay. Router sends this challenge. Client respond with the encrypted information. Router verifies and sends a confirmation. Final check and connection established. Okay. Router sends a challenge. The router or access point sends a challenge to the client, asking it to prove it knows the network's password without directly sharing it. And then the client responds with the encrypted information. The client takes this challenge and uses the PSK to create an encrypted response that only the router can verify if it only has the correct PSK. The router verifies and sends the confirmation. If the router sees the client response matches what it expects, it knows the client has the right PSK. The router then sends its own confirmation back to the client. Final check and the connection established. The client verifies the router's response, and if everything matches, they finish setting up the secure connection. This handshake does not directly reveal the PSK itself, but involves encrypted exchanges that depends on the PSK. Okay, awesome. Vulnerability. The vulnerability lies in the fact that an attacker can capture this 4-way handshake if they are listening when a device connects. With the handshake data, they can use it as a basis to attempt the offline brute force or dictionary attacks. Essentially, they can try different possible passwords and test each one to see if it would produce the captured handshake data, eventually cracking the PSK if they get a match. That is correct. So WPA3, I think it's not vulnerable to this attack because they are using, I think, forward secure algorithm. So even you are even you try to you are successful in hacking the password for current packets, you are successfully able to decrypt the current packet, you will not be able to decrypt the packets that came after it. Okay, so that is what forward secure algorithms are. Just read it online, you will get to know more. The practical, on our current SSH session, run the command iw dev. This will show any wireless devices and their configuration that we have available for us to use. Okay, iw dev. Let's do that. Iw dev. So we have one interface which is WLAN, wireless LAN, and this is what we have. Let's see, what is the IP address? So these are all the IP addresses that we have. We have QLAN and we have WLAN. So this is no career bot, cost multi up, state is down, so WLAN 2 is down. Where is WLAN 1? I don't see it. IW dev. So we have physical 2, WLAN 2, type is managed, and this is the address, but it is down. Yeah, state is down. Okay, let's continue. Device internet, the device interface WLAN2 is available to us, and there are two important details to take away from this output and will be useful to us. The address is MAC BSSID. Okay, of our device. BSSID stands for Basic Service Set Identifier, and it's a unique identifier for a wireless device or access point's physical address, MAC address. The type is shown as managed. This is standard mode used by the most Wi-Fi devices like laptop and phones. To connect to the Wi-Fi networks in managed mode, the device acts as a client and connecting to an access point to join a network. There is another mode called monitor, which we will discuss shortly. Now we would like to scan for nearby Wi-Fi networks using our WLAN2 device. We can use sudo iw dev WLAN2 scan. The dev WLAN2 specifies the wireless device, so dev is a device you want to work with, and scan tell iw to scan the area for available Wi-Fi networks. So iw and dev and WLAN2 and then scan. Let's do that. WLAN2 and scan. iw dev WLAN2 scan operation not permitted. Do I need to use sudo? Yeah, I'm using sudo now. Let's see. Yeah, we need to use sudo. Yeah, okay. We did that. Let's see. Okay, so we have at least frequency and sorted and whatnot. We have ERP Barker underscore Primble mode, and we have a malware. We have one SSID which is malware M underscore AP access point. Okay, awesome. There's a lot of information to dissect here, but here are the most important details that indicates this device is an access point. The BSSID and SSID of devices are this one, malware M underscore AP. Yeah, this is the same that we just saw before. Okay, respectively, since the SSID is shown, this means the device is advertising a network name, which access points do to allow clients to discover and connect to the network. The presence of RSN, robust security network, indicates the network is using WPA2. Robust RSN. Yeah, here we have. Okay. RSN is a part of WPA2 standard. WPA2 network typically uses RSN to define the encryption and authentication settings. So we have CCMP, PSK, and all other things. Awesome. The group and pair wise ciphers are CCMP, counter mode with cipher, block, chaining message authentication, code protocol. CCMP is the encryption method used by WPA2. The authentication suit value inside RSN is PSK, indicating that it is a WPA2 personal network. Okay, where a shared password is used for authentication. Another important detail is DS parameter set value, which shows channel 6. The channel in terms of Wi-Fi refers to specific frequency range within the broader Wi-Fi spectrum that allows wireless devices to communicate with each other. There are various Wi-Fi channels, and they all help distribute network traffic across various frequencies and ranges, which reduces the interference. The two most common Wi-Fi channels are 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz. In the 2.4 GHz band, channels 1 to 6 and 11 are commonly used because they don't overlap, minimizing the interference. In the 5 GHz band, there are many more channels available, allowing more networks to coexist without interference. So the 2.4 is long range with less bandwidth, but 5 GHz is low range but with high throughput. Now will be a good time to discuss another type that we can use on some wireless devices is monitor mode. This is a special mode primarily used for network analysis and security auditing. In this mode, Wi-Fi interface listens to all wireless traffic on a specific channel, regardless of whether it is directed to device or not. It passively captures all network traffic within the range for analysis without joining a network. We want to check if our WLAN 2 interface can use monitor mode. To achieve this, we will run the command sudo ip link set dev WLAN 2 down to turn our device off. Then we will switch mode with the sudo iw dev WLAN 2 set type monitor to change the WLAN 2 to monitor mode, and then turn our device back on with the sudo ip link set dev WLAN 2 up. Okay, so the first command is sudo ip link set dev WLAN 2 down. Sudo ip link set WLAN 2 down. So the password is PASSW or D321. Sorry, user is not allowed. I'm missing some command here. Wait a moment. I'm missing link set dev WLAN 2 down. Sudo ip link set dev WLAN 2 down. Yeah, it is done. So we need to switch now. So the command is sudo iw dev WLAN set type monitor. Let's go with sudo iw dev WLAN 2. Sudo dev WLAN 2. Sudo iw set dev WLAN 2. No, set is not there. Sudo iw dev WLAN 2. And then set type monitor. And then set type monitor. Okay, now it is monitor mode. Let's go with IP link set dev wlan2 up. Now our connection is up. We are good to go. Let's do sudo iw dev wlan2 info. Sudo iw dev wlan2 info, and here is the info here. I don't see if it is up or down. I think we can check it with IP address here. So wlan2 status is up here. Okay, awesome. Okay, now let us create one more SSI session. We want to have two separate terminals in order to see clearly how the attack works. You can align the SSI terminal however you like, but here is an example of how it should look like. Okay, so let's copy the connection detail, which is over here. Let's create another terminal. There is another session. All right, so rockq.txt. All right, good. On the first terminal, we start by capturing the Wi-Fi traffic in the area, specifically targeting the WPA handshake packet. We can do this with the command sudo air dump-ng wlan2. This command provides a list of nearby Wi-Fi network SSID and shows important details like signal strength, channels, and encryption type. This information is already known to us from our previous commands. By default, the airdump.ng will automatically switch the selected wireless interface into monitor mode if the interface supports it. Okay, so let's do that. Sudo arrow dump-ng wlan2. Do we need to do it in the new one or the... Okay, let's use this one. So it is sudo arrow dump wlan2 arrow dump-ng sudo arrow dump-ng wlan2. Okay, here we go. So this is the information that we are receiving. We have SSID malware m_ap. Okay, good. The output reveals the information we already knew before, such as BSSID, SSID, and channel. However, in this particular output, we are also given the channel where our target SSID is listening. It is channel 6. Let's see. Yeah, channel 6 here. Good. Now we'll focus on the malware AP access point and capture the WPA handshake. This is crucial for PSK password cracking process. First, in the current terminal, let us cancel arrowdump with Control C and then execute the command sudo arrowdump -ng with C-6 and BSSID, which should be the same, by the way. Yeah, it is the same. -w output file. Okay, it will send the traffic to the output file, and we're gonna target wlan2. So let's copy this command here. I'm gonna press Control C. Hopefully, come on. What happened? Hey. Is my attack box gone? I think my attack box is gone. Let me create another one. Here we go. The original attack box is gone. It's okay. Let it load. And in the meantime, let's see what commands we need to do. Before we do anything, we just need to log in first. So that means there we go. And we were very close. First, we did that. And second, now we need to capture the information by using this particular command. And then once we have it, this command targets the specific network channel and MAC address BSSID if the access point for which you want to capture the traffic. Save the information to a few files that start with name output file. These files will be used to crack the PSK. The ultimate goal of this command is to capture the four-way handshake. It will first check for any clients that may be connected to the access point. If a client is already connected, then we can perform a deauthentication attack. Otherwise, for any new client that connects, we will capture the four-way handshake. In this particular scenario, a client is already connected. The output will look the same as below. Hey, what happened here? All right. Okay, we are good. We are good. We are still good. Something weird happened today. First, my machine was gone, and then okay, let's do one thing quickly. We need to do basically this is done. So we need to do the same here. All right, so we have at least two here. Okay, so we need to do the same thing again and again. So this time, let's copy paste the commands and be done with it. For example, this one, copy, paste, copy, paste, and last one, copy, paste. Here we go, we're good to go. And now let's run this one, sudo with this particular thing. All right, so things are being captured here. Okay, so here we go, which will display at the bottom of the output. It is important to leave this command running until we are done with the attack. Okay, It should take between 1 to 5 minutes before receiving the client information. In our case, it will show like below. How would we know that we received the handshake with us or not? It's not yet. We need to apply the authentication attack here. Okay. Note that the station section shows the device BSSID that is connected to the access point. This is the connection that we will be attacking. Now we are ready for the next step. On the second terminal, we will launch the authentication attack. Very good, because the client is already connected. We want to force them to reconnect to the access point, forcing it to send the handshake packet. We can break this down into 3 simple steps: authentication packets, forcing a reconnection, and capturing the handshake. The tool airplay-ng sends the deauthentication packets to either a specific client targeted attack or to all clients connected to an access point broadcast the attack. These packets are essentially disconnect commands that force the client to drop its current Wi-Fi connection. When the client is disconnected, it automatically tries to reconnect to the Wi-Fi network. During this reconnection, the client and access point performs the 4-way handshake as part of the re-authentication process. Capturing the handshake, this is where arrow-ng comes into the play because it will capture this handshake as it happens, providing the data needed to attempt the WPA or WPA2 cracking. We can do this with using this one. So we are targeting a specific access point, as you can see, and we are giving it a range as well. Okay, so let's run this in our second terminal. Okay, oh wow, we get this one. The handshake is here. Okay, so once we run this, the -0 flag indicates that we are using the authentication attack, and the one value in the number of the authentication to send is just one. We'll just be sending one packet here. This would not be enough in a real scenario. Maybe you need to send a lot of deauthentication packets. The -A indicates the BSSID of access point, and the -C indicates the BSSID of the client to deauthenticate. Okay, it is not range, it is basically the access point and the client that we need to deauthenticate. And this is what they have run. Okay, now if we look back on the first terminal, we will see the WPA handshake shown on the top right of the output as WPA handshake. Top right here. Okay, wait. Do we have this or not? I don't see it. Fix channel 2, and I don't see any handshake here. Let's do it again. EAPOL. I don't see any handshake here. What they are saying that WN2 is on channel 14, but AP uses channel 6. What does that mean? I don't see handshake until now. I'm missing something, or what happens here? Sending 64 directed TAuth code 7. I've done it before, and then we get it here, which is fixed. I don't see any handshake. Fix channel WN5 and whatnot. We have PSK here, but I don't see the handshake. Should we try it again? Something happened, for sure. Okay, let's continue. Now, if we look back on the first terminal, we'll see the WA handshake shown on the top right of our output as WA handshake. All of this information is being saved into our output file. I don't know, man. Okay. In the second terminal, we can use the captured WPA handshake to attempt to crack the WPA2 passphrase. We'll be performing a directory attack in order to match the passphrase against each entry in a specific word list file. A shortened version of the infamous raq.txt word file has already been provided for us to use. This is located in the home glitch directory. Okay, if the passphrase is weak and appears in the word list, it will eventually be cracked. The command sudo acrack-ng -a2 -b will do it for us. Okay, let's copy this one. Okay, so where the -a2 flag indicates the WPA2 attack mode. Okay, so let's try it from here. Wow, so key is found, which is fluffy, and then / and champ24. Awesome, man. Okay, so -2 -a-2 flag indicates the WPA and WPA2 attack mode. The -b indicates the BSSID of the access point. -w flag indicates the directory list to use for attack. Finally, we select the output file that we will be using, which contains the 4-way handshake that we be cracking. So we already have done so. All right. Note, if you get a packet contain no EAPUL data, unable to process this AP error, this means that you ran crack ng prior to the handshake being captured, or that the handshake was not captured at all. If that's the case, then redo all the steps in order to capture the WPA handshake. We were able to capture the handshake. With the PSK, we can now join the malware m_AP access point. In a typical engagement, we would do this to inspect the new network, or in some cases, joining the access point is enough to show impact. First, press Ctrl+C on the terminal that has arrowdump.ing. Sure. So here is the arrowdump. Ctrl+C. Awesome. Okay. Due to we have stopped the arrowdump -ng process. We do this because we will not be able to join the Wi-Fi network while arrowdump is running, due to the fact that we are actively using the interface in a monitor mode. Then execute the following command, which is WPA_passphrase malware, this one, enter the PS key, and then config. Why we need to run this? Okay. And here is the pass key. Copy. So what we are doing is, so we are basically creating a config file with this pass key, with this access point malware_AP. Okay, we created it, and then sudo WPA supplicant -b -c config I. Okay, let's do that. But why the supplicant? Successfully initiated WPA supplicant. RF kill cannot get the WIPI information. Okay, So what happens basically? Note if we get a RF kill, cannot get VP information error, you can ignore it. We'll also notice that the WPS applicant has automatically switched our WLAN 2 interface to the managed mode. Give it about 10 seconds and checking the wireless interface once again with IWDev shows that we have joined the malware m_ap. So IWDev, let's do that. IWDev, sorry. Yeah, we already connected to this one and it's running on channel 3, 2.4 gigahertz. Alright, the end. MaxSecurity looked in awe as Glitch flawlessly exposed a weakness in the Wi-Fi network. Glitch ponders and says that password is pretty weak. I must say I wouldn't have been surprised if the mayor had already found a way. MaxSecurity gets to work right away while Glitch thinks about what is next. Glitch stops and say, I am ever curious if the mayor knows much about race condition and how will that affect us. Okay, what is the BSSID of our wireless interface? Our wireless interface. I think this one. Correct. What is the SSID and BSSID of the access point? Format SSID and BSSID. Access point. So our access point was this one. Wait a moment, what they are expecting? SSID and BSSID. SSID is malware AP. And then BSSID is this one with 00. Okay, so we have 02 and this access point is everything is 00 after this first one. This is what we are looking for. Yeah, okay. What is the BSSID of the wireless interface that is already connected to the access point? This is 01. How would we know? It is here. This one. There we go. What is the PSK after performing the WPA cracking attempt? Sure. Here we go. Awesome. If you enjoyed this task, feel free to check out the networking module. We're gonna continue. Thank you guys for joining me on this journey. We are successfully completed the task 17. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Help us build the community. If you have any comments, please mention it down below in the comment section and we will get back to you as soon as possible. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.